Ngā mihi mai o hea kia koutou katoa. A big warm welcome to you guys. Welcome back to our kauta, where we are going to make peanut butter slice. Now this is getting sent all the way down to Tauranga, to the Mier's Whānau, who have been nominated by Mel, and Mel informs me that the papa of the Whānau, Murray, has been having some health problems, and so the Whānau from all over Aotearoa have come together to stay at their whare, and so Mel thought, why not fill their baking tins? Awesome idea, Mel. Nā reira, to the Mier's Whānau, mā koutou tēnei keke. This slice is for you. The first layer of this delicious slice is a moist, chocolatey brownie. Nā reira, me tīmata tātou, let's get started. Koinei ngā kai, ka whakamahia e tātou. Here are the ingredients you need.
Kia kotahiro, toru te kau kramu tiakarete parori, 130 grams of dark chocolate. Kia kotahiro, rua te kau kramu pata, 120 grams of butter. Kia toru heki, 3 eggs. Kia toru hauwha kapu Huka Kokonati, 3/4 of a cup of coconut sugar. Kia rua kokoiti iho hu puree, 2 teaspoons of vanilla essence. Kia haurua kapu kōkō, half a cup of cocoa. Kia toru hauwha kapu poehu parawa whakatipu, 3/4 of a cup of self-raising flour. Kia haurua kokoiti tote, half a teaspoon of salt. Add your tiakarete and your pata into a medium-sized pot and place it onto a small pot of simmering water. Whakarewaina te tiakarete me te pata. Melt the chocolate and the butter. Leave that to cool and then get those eggs into the bowl. Now we get our trusty hand mixer and whip it until light and fluffy. That'll do. Now we slowly add in our Huka Kokonati, our coconut sugar. A little bit at a time and keep that whipping going. In goes our iho hu puree. Now we've got our cool chocolate mix. We drizzle in that a little bit at a time and keep the whipping going. It's starting to turn. She's looking good. That's enough of the whipping situation. Now we add our kōkō into a sifter and sift that in. And our poehu parawa whakatipu, our self-raising flour. Get your whisk in there and mix it until it becomes a thick, beautiful consistency, like so. Yum, doesn't that look good? Now we pour it into a 23 centimetre square tin lined with baking paper. Into a 160 degree oven for 15 minutes. Don't cook it any longer. It should cook and bake and still have a wobble like so.
The brownie is done and dusted, and now we just need to leave it to the side to cool. I love this brownie because it's chocolatey and fudgy, but it's not too sweet because of the beautiful coconut sugar in there. Now to my favourite part of this slice, the peanut butter mousse. Super simple to make and so delicious.
Kia whitu te kau kramu Hinu Kokonati, 70 grams of coconut oil. Kia waru te kau kramu pata, 80 grams of butter. Kia kotahi kokoiti pē wanira, 1 teaspoon of vanilla paste. Kia toru hauwha kapu Huka Kokonati, 3/4 of a cup of coconut sugar. Kia kotahi kapu peanutty pata, 1 cup of peanut butter. Add your pata and Hinu Kokonati into a small bowl, and you just need to soften it in the microwave for around 15 seconds and then mash it. Make sure there is no lumps of coconut oil because it's a bit gross. And then get your whipper out, whip it and whip it. Slowly add your Huka Kokonati and keep whipping so it's light and fluffy. And in goes my favourite ingredient, pē wanira. Whip it again. And my favourite ingredient of all time, peanutsy pata. Don't whip this too long, just a few swirls around and around and you're done. Now onto your cooled base, you want to spread on this beautiful peanut butter mixture. Get it nice and flat, give it a little shake, and then straight into the fridge to cool.
I realised the other day when I was putting this slice together that I always use ganache. Kei te pai, sorry, but not sorry. We all know every slice is better with some ganache on top. Just one tip here, make sure your peanut butter layer is set properly. Otherwise, when you pour the ganache on, if it's too wet or loose, it's just going to be a goopy mess, so don't do it.
Kia kotahi rau, rua tekau karamu tiakarete parori, 120 grams of dark chocolate, kia haurua kapu creamy, half a cup of cream. You know the deal here, add your tiakarete parori, and pour in your creamy. Whakare waina. Melt it over a small pot of simmering water. Remember, you need to do this on low, keep that chocolate chilled. Leave it to sit for around 5 minutes, and then you want to drizzle it over your set peanut butter base. Do this really carefully so you don't swirl the peanut butter into your chocolate. You do not want to mess up those layers, people.
Next up is for the kanohi ho miro miro, and that means the person with a little bit of an eye for detail. So as soon as you've put your chocolate ganache on the slice, you need to really quickly get some melted chocolate into a piping bag and draw your little lines, and then we make this beautiful pattern. To top it off, once it's set, if you like this kind of thing, sprinkle on a little bit of flaky sea salt, and it just lifts the slice to the next level.
Kia rima te kaukaramu tiakarete mā kua rewa, 50 grams of melted white chocolate, tote, salt, flaky salt. So get your white chocolate straight into your pastry bag and onto your ganache that has not yet set. Draw kind of rough lines like this, then get a toothpick, drag it gently down one way, and then gently up the other way. Look at it, it's so beautiful. You do have to act really quickly so it doesn't set too fast, but look at the result. Sprinkle over that sea salt, and you are done. Mai tōku kauta ki tō kauta, ke ki ana ki te aroha.
We have been munching down on all the different variations of slice that I made of this last week, and I just wanted to take this time to do a big mihi atu to my beautiful niece who came and joined us last week, Grace, and she helped me in the kitchen as I developed the slice. Love you, darling, and love your passion in the kitchen. Again, to the Maia's Whānau, we just wish you all the best and hope this slice can just be a little bit of a blessing in this time for you all. Enjoy your Whānau time together. Kia koutou katoa. Thank you again for watching. Ka kite anō.
Whakarewa, melt. Whakarewaina, melt it. Whakarewaina te tiakarete me te pata, melt the chocolate and the butter. Kanohi ho miro miro, a person with an eye for detail.